Imagine a world where injections no longer need to be painful or require bulky equipment. What if there was a way to deliver medicine directly into your skin, using something so small you couldn't even feel it? Welcome to the world of microneedles. These tiny, painless needles are changing the way we think about drug delivery, making treatments more accessible, efficient, and less intimidating for patients. Today, we'll explore how microneedles work, their potential to transform healthcare, and the future of medicine delivered through these microscopic devices. Microneedles are miniature needles that are typically shorter than a millimeter in length, just about the size of a grain of sand. Despite their tiny size, these microneedles are capable of penetrating the outermost layer of the skin, the stratum corneum, without causing pain or significant discomfort. These microneedles can be made from a variety of materials, such as metal, silicone, and even biodegradable polymers. They can be used in different ways, either as solid needles that deliver a drug directly, or as dissolvable microneedles that dissolve once they've delivered their payload. And because they are so small, they can be incorporated into patches that are easy to apply and remove. The magic of microneedles lies in their ability to bypass the skin's protective barrier. The skin is tough, and that's a good thing when it comes to protecting us from environmental threats. But this protective layer also makes it difficult for drugs to penetrate. When microneedles are applied to the skin, they create tiny microchannels just deep enough to reach the layers that allow for the absorption of drugs, but shallow enough to avoid pain and injury. In solid microneedles, drugs are loaded directly onto the surface of the needle or embedded within the needle itself. Once applied to the skin, these microneedles create a pathway for the drug to enter the bloodstream. In dissolvable microneedles, the entire needle dissolves once it's inserted into the skin, releasing the drug directly into the body. This not only makes the delivery system painless, but it also reduces the risk of needle stick injuries or contamination. So, why should we care about microneedles? There are several exciting advantages that could revolutionize how we administer medicine. First, microneedles are minimally invasive. Traditional injections involve a needle that has to go all the way into the skin, often leading to pain, swelling, and sometimes even scarring. With microneedles, the experience is far less intimidating and uncomfortable. Most patients report feeling little to no pain at all. Second, microneedles offer precision. They can deliver drugs directly to the targeted site in the skin, which improves the bioavailability of the drug, meaning that a larger proportion of the drug reaches the bloodstream and works as intended. This is particularly important for vaccines, insulin, and other therapeutics that require precise and controlled delivery. Third, microneedles are cost-effective and convenient. They can be incorporated into patches that patients can apply themselves at home, reducing the need for clinical visits. This not only cuts down on healthcare costs, but also makes medication more accessible, especially for people who have difficulty with traditional injections, such as children or the elderly. So, where are we already seeing microneedles in use? One of the most promising areas is in vaccines. Microneedle patches could make it easier to distribute vaccines, particularly in areas with limited healthcare infrastructure. The idea of self-administering a vaccine via a microneedle patch could significantly boost vaccination rates worldwide. Another major application is in the treatment of chronic diseases like diabetes. For insulin delivery, microneedles could offer a painless alternative to the traditional syringe, making daily injections less of a burden for millions of people worldwide. Microneedles are also being explored for pain management, local anesthesia, and even for the delivery of cosmetic products like collagen or other anti-aging treatments. Despite their many advantages, microneedles still face challenges. One of the main hurdles is scalability. Manufacturing these tiny needles with the precision required for safe and effective drug delivery can be complex and costly. But researchers are working tirelessly to overcome this, and advancements in microfabrication technology are already leading to improvements in manufacturing processes. Another challenge is that some drugs, particularly larger molecules like proteins and antibodies, may still be difficult to deliver effectively through microneedles. However, ongoing research is focusing on ways to make microneedles more adaptable and capable of delivering a wider range of drugs. The tiny microneedle may seem simple, but it holds immense potential. It's a technology that could make medicine less invasive, more accessible, and far more efficient. As research and development continue, we can expect microneedles to become a key player in the way we treat and prevent diseases. The future of drug delivery is not only smaller, but also smarter and more patient-friendly. Thank you for joining us in exploring this cutting-edge technology. The next time you think about getting a shot, microneedles might just be the painless solution of the future.